Hey there, today we're going to be looking at the draw order command in AutoCAD, how AutoCAD orders the objects that you place in the drawings and how you can manipulate that order to make the drawings look like exactly what you want them to look like. Let's get started. So let's take a look at how AutoCAD orders the objects that you place in your drawing. As you create your drawing, the first thing that you draw will be on the bottom, and then as you draw newer and newer things, they're placed on top of those older things. To illustrate this, I'm going to zoom in on the landscaping plan that I have here, and we'll look at this drive-through for this expensive coffee vendor. Now, when I drew this plan, one of the first things that I drew was the outline of this building, and then at some point later I came back through and I placed the block for this tree. Now, because I did that, the building itself is underneath or at the back of the drawing, and the tree is on top or at the front of the drawing. Now, when I place new objects, they're going to go in order. So if I were just to draw another circle or a square or another polyline or whatever, it would go on top of all of that. However, if I do something like apply a hatch and I choose this polyline as the outline, it's going to place the hatch at the same level as that polyline. So let me illustrate that. I come in here and I'm going to say I want a hatch, and I'm going to select that polyline as the thing that I want to hatch. And when I press enter, you'll see that the hatch itself came in at the same level as that building, and so it is underneath the tree, and I can still see the outline of the tree there. Now, if I wanted to do this one more time, this time I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to take and I'm going to send this tree to the back so that it's on the bottom of the drawing, and then what will happen is this building itself will be above it or on top, and we'll see how that affects. In order to send that to the back, I'm going to use the draw order command. I could either type in draw order, or I could simply select the object and then right click on the object and go to the draw order option here on the context menu, and I've got several options. I can bring it to the front, which means it's all the way closest to me. I can send it to the back, which means it's all the way furthest away from me. Or I've got options here to set it above an object or to set it under an object. I'm just going to simply say set it to the back like that. Now, nothing actually has happened here that you can see. It doesn't look any different here. However, when I come back in and I place my hatch on that building, you'll notice now that the building is covering up the object, that tree, because now that tree is at the back. If I want that tree to come to the front, I can use that draw order tool again. This time I'll type it in. So I'll type in draw order, and then I'm going to select the object that I want to bring to the front. When I'm done selecting, you press enter, and then you get your objects. I want it above objects or under objects, or I want it at the front or at the back. I will just simply type F for front, press enter, and now it brings it to the front. So there's a couple other tools that you can do here. One other tool that you can do is you can use hatch to back. There's a command called hatch to back, so I'm going to type in HATCH to back. There it is, it pops up. And what it does is it looks at your drawing and it automatically sends all of the hatches to the back of the drawing. No matter where they are, they'll be at the back. And notice what happened when I did that is it brought my text there that says expensive coffee vendor back to the front. I'm going to undo that because there's one other command that's actually quite helpful. It's called text to front. So I'll just type in text to front, and you can see that it pops up there. It's a standard AutoCAD command. When you pick it, it gives you a few options here. You can use it for text or dimensions or leaders or all. So I'm just going to say for all, and it does the same thing, kind of the reverse of hatch to back. It brings all of your text to the front of the object. So now you've got a way that you can control all of your hatches and all of your text so that everything's visible in all situations. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.